All right, everybody. So I'm not sure if you were taking advantage of the recordings that are on here. It seems like the other classes are doing more of the recording. So I just want to remind you that if you want to do the class more than once, it's an option. You can also do, since Zoom is allowing me to save classes so much further than they used to, that if you liked a certain week, you can keep that link and go back to it and do it over and over. Sometimes I like the certain links. If the bunnies were particularly active, it's really cute to watch them float, jumping around. That's usually in the evening ones though, because this time of day they're sleepy. Okay, let's have our centering and use this time to get back to ourselves. So especially if you haven't done yoga in a while, check in with yourself and see how you're feeling today. And try to get to the place of it being okay, whatever you find. Not necessarily wishing anything were different right now, but can you make peace with the moment right here and now? Sometimes that's an easy thing to do, and sometimes it's a very challenging thing to do. And see if you can open your heart and be wide and expansive as the sky. Even sitting with the challenges. And we all know that the storm will pass. Okay, so let's start with Durga breath. First of all, we count to 5 on the inhale to yourself. Count to 5 on the exhale. Inhale 5. Exhale 5. And then let's add the arms. So we inhale to the count of 5. Exhale 5, arms slowly coming down, and we're mimicking or following the movement of breathing with the arms as you inhale, come up. Exhale, float down. Try to synchronize the breathing and movement of your arms. Okay, let's add the breath retention. So as you bring your hands up, inhale, and then the hands stay up overhead and pause for 5. Exhale 5. And at the bottom of the exhalation, 5. Holding the breath out. Inhale 5. Hold. Exhale 5. At the bottom of the exhale, hold out for 5. Good. Do that for a few breaths at your own pace. The holding of the breath helps to tone your respiratory system, so you get used to a little bit of CO2 or stress. Tones your whole body for stress. And it's surprisingly relaxing to hold your breath, just that small amount. Okay, good. One more time, hands up overhead. When your hands come up overhead, let's just leave them up there, and you can continue your slow breathing without breath retention. And bring one hand up and then the other. Do some side to side stretching and reaching. Okay, good. The palms come down, face up. And breathe. Okay, let's do the sweep. So sweep one arm across, and then the other arm across. Getting some movement. All right, very nice. Back to the middle. Interlace your hands, just wind the wrists together. And then in the other direction. Forearms stretch out. Up overhead, reaching. And this time, little back bend. Use your chair to help you if you need it. Arch back, stretch, reach, breathe. Very nice. Release a little. Take one elbow behind your head, stretch to the side. And then over to the other side, stretch it out. Good, relax down. And then shoulder rotations, big movements. So I don't know if you noticed, but I always do opposite shoulder rolling. When I have done both at the same time, and it's for some reason doesn't always doesn't feel so good for my shoulders. So that's why I do opposite. So the other one, go in the other direction. Maybe it doesn't matter to you, but I have sensitive shoulders because I had an injury a long time ago. Okay, very good. Let's do a seated twist. Take a tall spine and turn to one side and look over your shoulder and take some breaths and hold. Good, unwind and then turn to the other side and hold, tapping into a sense of peace and equanimity as you're holding and breathing. All right, very good. Back to the middle. Clasp your hands behind your head. Pull your chin forward and stretch your neck. Look up, elbows out. Chin forward, elbows forward. Look up, elbows out. Look up at the ceiling, little back bend. And do your slow breathing. Okay, great. Back to neutral. And let's go side to side with your elbow points. Good, back to neutral. And since we're here, let's do bicycle sit-up. So elbow touching opposite knee. Whichever side you happen to be on, touch the elbow to knee or close to it and hold. Good. Switch sides and hold. Excellent. And then unwind. And then let's bring the ankles out in front and wind your ankles around. Okay, toes up and straighten your legs. You can hold your chair and get really firm with that and point your toes. Strong legs pointing out. We're trying to engage the quadricep muscles. Then pull up, point, pull up, point, pull up. And then spread your toes wide. Make them a fist, toe fist. Spread them wide. And then clench in. Wide. Clench. And then just wiggle your toes all around. All right, very good. Okay, so let's take one leg and pulse it up and down. And then side to side. All right, good. And then let's lift the knee, kick around. Other direction. So first kick out, then bend your knee. A little bit of a coordination thing. Okay, good. Other side, pull the leg up and pulse it up and down. Side to side. Surprising how hard that can be. And then knee around, kick up and around. And then foot up and then bend your knee and circle in that direction. All right, very good. Let's have both feet out and scissor your legs side to side. Okay, somebody just is joining. Oh, Edna's coming. Okay. Scissoring. Okay, good job. And then let's do marching. One knee up at a time. And like you're running down the street. Okay, good. Bring your hands straight out in front. Opposite hand and knee lift and lower. Opposite hand and knee lift and lower. We have to exercise our brains too. All right, good job. Okay, let's do some work for the neck. Have your chin come down to your chest. Do a U shape with your head. Then look straight ahead and side to side with your neck. Feeling mobility for this very fragile place in our bodies. It's the smallest part of the vertebrae. And then look straight up and then chin down to your chest. Good, and then look straight ahead, draw circles around with your nose. Other direction. Good, and then the neck massage. Hold the chair, have one hand pull over the head to the side. And then this hand can massage your neck and your shoulder. Good, hold the other side of the chair, reach up and over gently, pull the head to the side. And then massage your shoulder and your neck. All right, very good. Let's see. Let's do some hip stretches. So scooting forward in your chair, first pull the knee up to your chest and shoulders back, sit up nice and tall, and the ankles rotate around. So it's been well, what I've decided to do is to not play music during the class because there's all this trademark issues and stuff. So if it's being recorded, then I could get in trouble. So sit forward into your chair with your hip. So unfortunately, I don't have any music playing. However, if you want to, on your end, since it's muted, you could be playing your own music on your side. Sometimes I do that real quietly. I play my own music here that I can hear. So if you want to do that, you are welcome to. Music adds so much to the experience. Let's move side to side with your hip. Yeah, they kind of are pretty crazy with trademarks, licensing and stuff. They don't let you play music unless you paid for it every single time you use it, which seems impossible to police. But anyway. Go ahead and massage your calf. If you want to do your foot, you can if you're not worried about touching your feet. Go ahead and do your feet. And then your calf. Your front of your shin. One thing I've noticed lately, that seasons are starting to change, and there's a feeling of dryness in the air and more wind and things. So that in Ayurveda, which is the sister science to yoga, it talks about the vata, vata means more air and space and spaciness and stuff. So this time of year, you have to be really careful about too much dryness, spaciness, feeling off-centered, just not feeling quite yourself. That's what's been happening for me lately. Let's do the other side. Clasp the knee, pull the shoulders back, sit up tall. Take some slow breaths. Things that cause spaciness is too much time on the computer, eating foods that are dry, too much chaos. I've decided I'm going to limit my watching the news for just like half an hour a day instead of I was listening to it any chance I got before. But go ahead and come forward. But that's too much. There's so much chaos right now, even just weather-wise, that it's important to also take care of yourself and stay more contained, stay grounded, go side to side. That's actually what brought it, because we were doing the leg massage. It reminded me of grounding. So the legs are all about grounding and feeling solid on the earth. And the feeling that happens in the winter, in this fall, is that you don't feel grounded at all. You feel like you're spacey and unfocused and not yourself, not sleeping as well, that kind of thing. Okay, and then foot massage too. We're trying to wake up the grounding in our bodies by massaging your legs. And then the front of the shin. Okay, hamstring, massage that out. And then maybe some of you have heard that that strange light that we've been having is actually the smoke is all coming all the way across the country from the California fires and making that strange red haze in the sky with the sun. So it's pretty intense and frightening. Let's bring the arms back, holding onto your chair, shoulders back, and open the chest into a seated cobra. So holding the shoulders back, lift up, arch back, and take breaths. Chin down to your chest. Make a U shape with your head. Okay, excellent. I want your hands. Let's do the prayer hands twist. So make your hands go into prayer. Before we do that, let's do the tapping of your chest and also point your fingers down. So we're rotating the forearms when we do this. Stretching the palms, forearms. Okay, good. Then elbow onto one knee, push into your elbow and twist to the side. Come back to the middle, hook the elbow on the other knee, push into your hands, get a little leverage and turn to the other side. Okay, very good. Back to the middle. Let's try to wedge the elbows in between your knees for inner thigh stretch. And then if you are able to and want to, you can let your hands drop to the ground, head drag, drop down. And then climb your way back up. Let's do the windmill, hands out at the sides, abs engaged, and then touch down to opposite toes. Great. Then back to neutral. Hands on your knees. As you inhale, lift, arch back. As you exhale, round and come forward, chin down to your chest. Expanding open, and then collapsing down. Body needs all kinds of different movements, not just the same repetitive thing all the time. So there's, I know there's types of yoga that just do sun salutes all the time, same movements. This is, I like to do different things all the time to keep the body from getting overly used to one thing. Okay, so hold the chair with one hand, reach up and over. Let's do side bend. Good, up and over, side bend. Breathing. While noticing all the subtle movements that happen in breathing. Okay, good. And then wave side to side. So the arms wave just like a little piece of kelp going in the water, the ocean. Okay, great. Back to the middle. While our hands are up, why don't we make a big swing with the arms, right arm underneath, and then the eagle arms as you stretch it around. Make a circle around with your elbows. Right knee over the left. Unwind, inhale. Exhale, left underneath. Wrap the arms in the other direction and circle around. Good, left leg over the right. And settle in and feel. Appreciate this moment. Even if this moment is one with challenges, see if you can just be okay with it. Weathering the storm. Okay, inhale, expand. And exhale. Okay, good job. Let's take our soup cans and do a couple arm strengthenings here. It's not just arms, we're also going to do some core strength too. Okay, so let's do what we were just doing earlier with the hands out and then touch down to the opposite foot with your weight or a can. So this is a good one for your core. Okay, great. Hands up at your sides and go straight up and lower. Great. And then the tricep, which is this muscle here, we want to try to do something here. So I want to show you side view is you take the arms behind you, straighten your elbows behind, and then elbows in close and then straighten behind. So that gets the tricep muscle, that one that has a hard time staying toned. Okay, very good. Back to center, and let's do the monkey arm. So keeping your cans at the side and go side to side with the cans, bringing it up into the armpit area. right, very good. Let's put the cans to the side and close your eyes and just notice your feet on the ground. Talking about grounding. Grounding just means that you feel more focused, relaxed, content, happy. Feel your feet and your legs. Sometimes the spaciness feels like your head is just unfocused and spacey. Okay, good. All right, so let's do the stand up, sit down. Get us ready to do some standing things. So come up and down a few times. I'll adjust the screen here. Strengthen our legs by going up and down, and also practicing sitting in the chair, standing up from the chair, making sure we don't lose our ability to do that. All right, very good. Come up and holding the back of your chair for the joint warm-ups. Winding one ankle. Other side, wind it around. And then stepping out, bend your knees, circle your knees around. Other direction. Great. Hands on your hips. Circle your pelvis. Whoa, some big pops today. That's all right. Other direction. Good. And then the standing spinal twist. Okay, very good. So let's do the things with our strap today from standing, like we did last week. Take your strap and we will start with legs wide. Give yourself a solid base. And our out in front, we don't want it too long, so I like to double mine up. Make it tight, so you're actually holding it apart. And then with your legs strong, go to one side and twist side to side, keeping that strap nice and taut. Good. Back to center, hands up overhead and side to side, carefully going slowly with this. Don't hurt yourself. It's all about being mindful, paying attention to what your body's doing. Okay, good. And keep your legs strong. And let's do a big circle. Go all around the world, around the world. Use your abs and stretch your legs. And then in the other direction, twist around. Excellent. Okay, very good. Let's put the strap. One more thing you can try with the strap is to bring it behind. So you bring your strap behind you like that. Then come forward and stretch your shoulders and your head and your neck. If this is not good for everybody, it looks like this. If it makes you dizzy or makes you have too much pressure in your eyes, you don't have to do that. But all right, that has a nice benefit if you can do it. Okay, let's do the quad stretch. So holding your chair, bend one knee, take hold of your ankle, or here's the strap. You could do it with the strap, as we have done when we were together. Strap like this is excellent. You can't reach the ankle. Or a pant leg. You don't mind that. Okay, great, good. So stretch the other side, take hold of your ankle, pull back. All right, very good. Let's step back a little bit, press one heel down and stretch your calf. Just make sure your chair isn't sliding. And then other side, step back, press your heel down. All right, very good. And then the runner stretch. So holding the chair, bring one foot in front, straighten the knee, and then come forward. And we're trying to stretch the front or the back of this leg with a flat back. So I find it most effective if you go into your stretch and just introduce yourself to the stretch. If it feels like it's too much, you can back off a little bit. You don't have to go as far as you can go right away. Maybe go about 70% of what you can do. And then hold it there, and then you can gradually go in a little further. You don't have to dive in straight away. Okay, good. Bend your knee. Pelvis forward. Bring one hand up or both hands up for the warrior pose. Lifting your chest. Be nice and proud. Strong warrior pose. Hands come down. Okay, so we're going to transition to come up with their back leg and pulse the back leg up and down. And then hold it there and bring your opposite hand out, holding the sun dog pose. Breathe. Okay, very good. We're strengthening that standing leg. Okay, let's switch legs. Other one back, front knee straight. Bow with a flat back. And again, go about 70%. Breathe and hold. Make peace with the moment. All right, nice to hold those for a while. Okay, bend your front knee. Active back leg, push into your back foot. Maybe just one hand up if you're feeling a little spacey, or the other hand up if you can, lifting and holding. Very nice. Bring your hands down. Adjust your foot position. Lift up your back leg, pulse. And then the opposite hand lifting. All right, very good. Coming down. Okay, let's do a balance, straight up balancing pose. We'll do the heron. So holding the chair, pick up one knee. Let's do the hip rotations. I haven't done that one in a while. Get your hip joint worked out. And then knee straight ahead. Bring one hand up. Hold the chair if you want to. If you have the stability today, bring your hands, both hands up. And then release the arms down. All right, good job. Okay, the other knee, circle around. Good. Then hold one knee up and one hand or both hands, eyes focused, calming mind. All right, very nice. You guys look great holding that pose. Good job. All right, let's do some squats. So you can either hold the chair. I know some of you don't like even holding the chair. You can do it without it. That's okay. Have your feet apart, bend your knees, squat down, and come back up. Squat down and come up. Strong legs are so important. Keep ourselves mobile. Okay, bend your knees, squat down, bring your hands up overhead into, this is called the chair pose. Straighten up your knees, rest, bring your arms down. All right, very nice. So before we come down, I'd like to do a little standing meditation. Just holding the chair if you want to. We'll just do mountain, just do a standing body scan. So if you want to close your eyes, you can. If not, you can keep them open or slightly open to keep your balance. You can hold your chair. So thinking about your feet, feel them, feel your toes, your arches. Feel your shin, calves, kneecaps. The purpose of this is to feel alive in your whole body, not just living in your head. Feel the aliveness in your thighs and hamstrings and quads and the femur bone. Feel the pelvis. Maybe some movement from breathing in the pelvis. Lock and relax. And each little vertebrae reaching up. You can feel yourself growing a little taller. Expand out, and then shoulders roll back and down, and standing in really nice posture. Crown reaching up. Just feel how dignified that feels, and also very helpful for the spine to purposefully feel like you have some books on your head and you're pushing the books up. And I say that as we get older, we lose some height. So gain all that height back and hold it. And relax your fingers and your palms and thumbs. Feel your forearms and upper arms relaxing. And just being aware of them, appreciating them. Feeling your neck and head resting on your spine. And any expression on your face, just soften it. Having maybe even a slight smile. Just standing, very simple. Life is becoming, in some ways, more simple. Going back to yourself. It gives us an opportunity to come back to ourselves and that silence inside. Okay, very good. Let's make our way down to, let's do a seated position. We'll do a couple things from seated position. If you aren't coming to the ground, you can still do some of this with in the chair. This we have done in a chair with a block under your feet, if you recall. So use your elbows to come forward and stretch your inner thighs. Find your breathing. Okay, good. Let's bring your feet out. Roll down onto your back. Make sure your chair's out of the way so you're not going to hurt yourself. But let's do some lifting and lowering of the pelvis. So you rise the pelvis up and then lower it back down, lifting and lowering. Good. Lift your pelvis up into bridge. You could clasp your hands underneath and holding bridge. Hands release, spine coming down. Very nice. Let's do the hip stretch. So we take one leg, pull the foot toward your chest, and go side to side some, or just pull it in. This is a pigeon pose, but you're laying on your back. Very good. And then just do the other side, pull the knee in and bring your foot in at an angle and either rock or hold in one spot. All right, very good. Let's do a supine twist. Bend one knee, cross the other leg over, and then knees drop over to the side and arm outstretched. Twists are so important to invigorate the spine. You can make some big slow circles with this top arm. Opening up your chest and your shoulder. Right, back into the middle, cross the Other leg over, knees down, stretch it out. Make slow circles around. Okay, good. Then back to the center. Clasp your hands, bring your hands behind your head and pull your chin up. Turn your head a little to the side, pulling up. And then over to the other side. Okay, good. Take a moment to pause and feel your body. All right, good. You can make your way into a relaxation pose. You can be sitting in a chair to do relaxation. You can have your legs up on a couch or ottoman or chair, or you could also lay on your back flat. So either way is fine, but we're going to make sure we have time for our 15-minute relaxation. So again, if you have music that you want to play, you can do that, or maybe get it ready for next time. And here's a nice quote, a nature-based quote, which I love. So this is really nice. When the soft winds blow, I can hear the trees whispering, their leaves rustling as they share their thoughts with the universe. They talk about the sun, the sky, and the people that roam the earth. They say that we are all one. So take this time, which is a very important time of our yoga practice, and dare I say, even the most important time of our practice, where we sit and just be without doing, without figuring out any of our problems. Just allow life to be and be supported by life. We're not just floating around randomly. Life supports us if we allow it to. Trust that it is there for you, and that everything that's happening is to help you, even if it's hard to see that.